Gibson has made some of the most iconic guitar shapes in all of guitar history. Just think of the Les Paul, the Flying V, the SG, the Explorer, the Corvus. The Corvus? Yes, Gibson has made some of the most influential guitar shapes ever, and they've been replicated by countless numbers of other guitar manufacturers over the years. But they're still here. The guitars they were making back in the 50s? Still here. They've stood the test of time. Now, that's not to say that they haven't produced some less iconic and, let's say, less attractive guitar shapes over the years, because they have. Today, we're going to be taking a look at 3 Gibson guitars that are a little less well-known and a little strange looking. Gibson's former president, Theodore "Ted" McCarty, helped develop some of the most iconic guitars during the 1950s and the 1960s. He was credited for helping design the ES-335, the Les Paul, the Flying V, the Explorer, and the SG. Wow. In 1957, he was part of the creative team that was in charge of modernizing Gibson's electric guitar design significantly. Now, one of the things that he was known for was sketching during meetings. And on March 18th, 1957, he drew and signed a sketch for a new solid-body guitar that unfortunately would never be produced. Until recently. In 2022, the Gibson Custom Shop released the Theodore, which was based on Ted's original drawings, sketches, and his notes. Its unique features include an alder body, a scimitar headstock, double Florentine cutaways, and a walnut center strip. Its lightweight construction was designed for comfort of playing. It also came with P90 pickups, which produced great sustain and a wide variety of tones. This run only produced 318 units, and they came in 3 different colors. You got your natural, you got red, and you got ebony. Each included a historic style case, a premier leather strap, a print of the original signed drawing, a 1957 style catalog page print, and a deluxe certificate of authenticity booklet. Now, I started with the Theodore because I think it's the least strange of the 3 that we're looking at today. As we move into the next 2, you'll see that the guitar shapes become, well, less guitar-shaped. To me, the Theodore kind of looks like a flower bud or a teardrop. I don't know, it's a little bit strange, but it's nothing compared to these next 2. The Gibson Moderne, or Modern as it's more commonly known, was part of Gibson's futuristic line of guitars in 1957. This was a trio of guitars that also included the Flying V and the Explorer. Gibson was trying to change their image to capitalize on the space-age craze that was happening at the time. While the Flying V and the Explorer went into limited production, the Modern failed to garner any interest and was never mass-produced. It's reported that the prototypes were scrapped. Rumors persist that there were a few built, but no actual original Moderns have ever been verified. It remains a unicorn in the vintage guitar world. Some believe prototypes were either stolen or destroyed, while others believe that it never made it past the design stage. Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top claims to own an original Modern, but he refuses to let any experts examine it, so a lot of people have doubts about its authenticity. In 1982, Gibson did eventually release the Modern. It was a limited release with 183 units. And the reaction to it was mixed at best. The guitar's futuristic look and unique headstock has made people think this thing is either really unique or it's just downright ugly.
Gross.
To this day, the Modern remains a symbol of mystery and intrigue, captivating historians and collectors as the holy grail of all guitars. Hey, before we get to the last guitar on the list, if you're enjoying this content, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, check out the links in the description below, and watch my other videos. All those things really help out the channel, and it helps me bring you more guitars. All right, the last guitar on the list is one that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, and it's the Gibson Corvus. This guitar was released in the early 1980s. This was Gibson's attempt to compete with the rising trend of more affordable, lightweight, and unique design guitars of the time. Its body shape, often compared to a can opener or a bird silhouette, earned it both curiosity and criticism. The Corvus came in 3 different models. Model 1 had a single humbucker, Model 2 had 2 humbuckers, and Model 3 had 3 single coil pickups. Models came in bold colors such as silver, yellow, and red. Despite its innovative approach, the Corvus was a commercial failure. People criticized it both for its looks and its tone. Production only lasted a few years, and it quickly became one of Gibson's most infamous models. Over time, the Corvus has gained a cult following, with some players appreciating its quirky design and rarity. Today, the Corvus serves as a reminder of Gibson's willingness to experiment. Now, even though it didn't go over well with people and it looks a little strange, I still think it's pretty cool that Gibson went the extra mile to try something new rather than just produce a guitar that looks like every other one. I wanted to include an honorable mention. In 2011, Gibson produced a guitar known as the Firebird X. It was the company's attempt to include basically computer technology into a guitar. It had onboard effects, it had automated tuners, and it even had Bluetooth capability. Its unconventional design and high price, somewhere around $5,000 with all the bells and whistles, was not received well. It was criticized for being overly complex and impractical. The Firebird X was ultimately discontinued. And from what I've read, they destroyed all the remaining units as well. Now this seems a little extreme to me. Like any guitar, there's going to be people out there that love the Firebird X. There's people out there that love the Theodore, the Modern, and the Corvus. Like them or hate them, there's some weird guitars out there for sure. I bet there's people out there that think the guitar in this video is weird. Anyway, till next time, more guitars!